All right, guys, welcome to the first video here on Bullet Points, my new YouTube channel. I'll probably also be uploading on Rumble because of YouTube's restrictions, even though I still use YouTube 90% of the time. Since this is my first video, like I said in my introduction video, any comments, criticism, anything like that would be very much appreciated. Try to keep it nice. But the first video on my channel is going to be on the Ruger Precision. I picked this gun up probably 5 or 6 years ago at Moss Pawn and Gun down in Georgia. And if you recognize that name, there's a reason for that. Iraqi Vet 8888 is famously known for working there when he got his start on his YouTube channel. I even got some pictures with Fugly Mosin and stuff while I was down there. It was pretty cool. My grandparents live close by there, so when I was down there one year visiting, I just had to swing in. And well, at the time, I was looking for a Precision 22 that I could shoot 22 competitions with. And I walked in there and they had this on the shelf. I picked it up, I looked at it, I really liked it. I have quite a few Ruger rifles. I've got a Ruger Scout and a Ruger 1022. I mean, who doesn't have a 1022? And then I have a really old Ruger, I don't remember the model, but a really old Ruger 22 rifle with a wood stock that I got from my dad when I was probably 5 years old. And anyways, I was looking at wanting to get into 22 competition shooting, but at the time I bought this gun, it kind of just went on the shelf. I went out, maybe put 50 rounds through it, and then it went in the safe, and I really never got it out again till about a month ago. I seen talking to a friend that they had some NRL 22 competitions close by, and I said, you know what, I really want to get into that. Let me get this back out of the safe and start practicing with it. As you can see, the gun is unloaded. There's nothing in it. The magazines are here, just so you can see that it's safe. Now, when I bought this gun, it was because I had intended on getting the Ruger 308 Precision, and I thought this would be a really great gun to train and practice on. Because one of the features this gun has is on the bolt here. You can see there's 2 slots here. This first slot is your extractor hold down, but the second one, there's a clip you can put in here that can allow this gun to go from a full throw bolt to a short throw for like a 22. So obviously I have the clip taken out of there because I'm a bolt gun guy myself. I have quite a few bolt guns. So when I'm practicing, I wanted to be able to practice with the longer throw on the bolt. Out of the box, this was a really good gun. I was really happy with it. I turned the trigger down. It has an adjustable trigger. If you pop this plate off right here, if you can see this in the camera, there's a cover right here. If you pop that off, there is a Allen key in here. Let's see if I'll lift it up in case. There's an Allen key in here hidden under this cover, and you can stick that in this hole right here, and you can adjust your trigger weight up and down. You can adjust it all the way down to, I believe it's 2.5 pounds, which is what I have it set at because I like a really light trigger. And even 2.5 pounds isn't that light for a competition gun. I know guys who run triggers, a lot lighter than that. But I like the adjustability because I think it goes from 2.5 up to 4.5. I'm pretty sure. But I really like the adjustability on it. When I was at Moss Pawn and Gun, I picked up this bipod, which is just a cheap bipod. It's Gensi, so some cheap Chinese one. I like it. It clips on the Picatinny rail that's here on the bottom of the gun. It folds, they extend. It's got the little skis on the bottom. it's been really good. I think I'm up to probably 600 to 700 rounds I've put through this gun already. In the last month, I've been going weekly and putting 100, 150 rounds through it, just to get everything, get familiar with it, get used to it, break it in. So I got that at Moss Pawn and Gun. Then I had this laying around. These guns can take a standard AR style grip, and the Ruger came with like a hard plastic one at the time. I wasn't a huge fan of it, so I swapped it out for this Magpul, like rubberized one. Gives you a little bit extra grip, a little bit better grip, and I really like that a lot better than what came on it. And then I went and dug this out of the safe. It's just a cheap 2 to 9. I think it's a Burris is what I think it is. Scope. I had this on a Rossi revolver 410 45 long Colt. You probably come across them if you haven't. Look them up. They're kind of a cool gun. And I had that on there, and so I took it off. I threw it on this gun, and I'm going to upgrade it before the competition. I'm looking at getting an Arkin optic, but the gun's performance by itself, I'm going to throw some range videos in here. All right, just getting some shots in here with the Ruger Precision. It's a pretty good shooting gun. She's good and accurate. Shooting the CCI Mini Mags here. Shooting a little high to the right. But at 50 yards, it's stacking bullets. I actually have this gun sighted in for a different ammo. I was using the SK. So that's probably why she's shooting a little high into the right. This is the SK I was using is a subsonic. This is a that one was a little bit of a flyer. Right back in the same hole. So I've had one oddball one out. Should be my last round. Nope, last one was the last round. Now, all of those, 9 of those 10 rounds at 50 yards are within one of these squares. I had one oddball flyer, may have been me, but let's put 10 more in and we'll try some more of the CCI Mini Mag. All right, so let's go ahead and put 10 more rounds through her. That I've just picked up a suppressor for this gun too. Same hole. But at 50 yards, I mean, it's hard to gauge real good accuracy on a precision rifle. Even for at 22. Because like a hypersonic round like the Mini Mag, it doesn't drop below hypersonic in that 50 yards. So it's going to be just as accurate as anything else. While shooting long range, you shoot subsonic, so you don't break this, you don't have that transitional period when it comes off of being supersonic. These are all fired, and these are all, I'm just stacking them inside each other. That was a little bit of a flyer, way low and to the left. Oh, shoot. The bump stock just came loose on me. Or bump stock, geez, look, it's my, that's really weird. Okay. Well, that's back together. Now I'm all off, see? Let's loosen that back up. I've got marks on my stock to where I have things set all the time. And anybody who's shooting precision should be doing the same thing. So maybe that's why that one was a flyer, because my stock came loose. Right back on target. Yep, right back on target. Last one. Yeah. Shooting really good. I'm a little shaky. I just put a bunch of rounds through my 308 Ruger scout rifle over here. So a little shaky after doing that. But when we get back to the desk, we'll talk some more about this rifle. I just wanted to get some shooting time in on it. Here's those groups I was shooting at 50 yards. This is the first one. I got these 2 oddball flyers. That's 8 rounds. That's, 7 rounds with a couple flyers. That's another 8 rounds. So, and then this one was real weird. Not 100% sure what was going on here, but I kind of threw it out everywhere. And then ignore this, that's my 308. And then here is all those rounds. There's 10 rounds there. So it does shoot a lot better with the Eley or the SK. I definitely closed those groups in quite a bit. But that's not bad for an ammo that I have not shot out of this gun yet. So I'm happy with that. To just kind of show you the how it runs, I have been running, I don't know if I put it up here, Eley and SK. I've ran CCI, I've ran Remington, some gold bullets. I ran a bunch of stuff through the gun. You're going to see in the video that I'm running some CCI Mini Mag. That's the first time I ran through CCI Mini Mag through the gun. And it ran really, really good. No complaints about it. It was, the groups were spread out a little more over the Eley or the SK. That's to be expected. The Eley and the SK is a much pricier, better quality ammo. So that's to be expected. But overall, it still performed really, really well. I have found at 50 yards, because that's all I've got to shoot this gun up to yet, it's 50 yards. Hopefully next month, I'll be able to get it out to 100, 150 yards, going out to an outdoor range. And, but with like as funny as it is, I don't know if I have it up here still. I have some Remington Subsonic, and this gun loves, and I mean loves, the Remington Subsonic. I'm not overly too sure why, because it's a cheap ammo, which is fine. Yeah, I must have taken it downstairs. Which is fine, because I would prefer to shoot a cheaper ammo, but my particular one loves it, at least at 50 yards. It was shooting the tightest groups imaginable. And I'll throw a picture of that target in here so you can see it. And out of everything, I shot the best. The SK was really, really close, and the Eley was really, really close, but that really surprised me. I did pick a suppressor up for this rifle also. It's still at the range. They waiting on my background checks and stuff to come through. And, this did not come on it. This is just a regular A2 muzzle brake. This did not come on the gun. I put this on here because I had it laying around. It came with just a regular, because there's a 1/2 by 28 threads under here. So if you want to put a suppressor on, you can. It just came with a little cover for those threads. I took it off. I thought it looked a lot better with the flash hider there, the bird cage. Thought it looked a lot better, so I threw that on there. Other than that, I'm running a completely stock rifle. I did go on. I cleaned up the bolt really, really well. Run some really good oil in there. I really like the gun because it's got this multiple adjustable stock. You can see I've got the stock marked with little white marks on here and on the cheek piece, so I can keep track of where it is all set. I've also got white marks where my scope mount is. Should anything get knocked off, I can easily put it right back to where it was. Overall, I've been very, very happy with it. I know a lot of guys out there, they're going to be running the CZs. And the CZ is a very nice rifle. I'd like to get one of those sooner than later so I can try it. But overall, I've been very, very happy with this Ruger Precision. But then again, I've pretty much been happy with everything Ruger has ever put out. Like I said, I've got several of their firearms. I'll go into detail. The only thing I've ever not liked is I do have a Ruger pistol that will only cycle the high velocity stuff. It will not cycle subsonic. I guess that's a nitpicky thing. But other than that, I really don't know what else more to say about it. It does come with a 20 MOA rail. Actually, does it say that on there? It looks like it says it on here. 30 MOA rail. See, I almost lied to you. Comes with a 30 MOA rail. So if you're trying to reach out and touch something further, you can. I know I see guys shooting these things out to much further distances pretty regularly. I've seen quite a few of these guys running them in videos on competitions and stuff, and they all really seem to like it. But I will let you know how this is after I have it in a competition or two. We'll do an update on it. Like I said, I bought it years ago, stuck it in the safe, and never really did much else with it until about a month ago. So, you know, there's a lot of features of the gun that I really, really like. Like I said, like the trigger is really nice and crisp. I own quite a few precision rifles. Other than my Howa, this has got the nicest trigger. I have a really nice trigger in my Howa. They do make like Timney and Geisley trigger upgrades for this, and those are really nice upgrades to have. But overall, I can't say much more about it, other than it's a good little shooter, especially for the price. I paid, I want to say right around $500 for it. Now, this is 5 years ago. I don't know what they go for these days. Actually, let's take a look. Let's see what a Ruger Precision is going for these days. Let's see what a Ruger Precision is going for these days. It is, there you go, Sportsman's Warehouse. Apparently my internet's slow tonight. There it goes. $519. $519 right there on Sportsman's Warehouse's page. So, like I said, I want to say I paid right around $500. I may have paid a little less than that, but not by much. Let's check another site. Let's cross-reference on gun deals here. But Gun Deals has got it for $419. So that's an even better deal there. Let's see. If you want the one that is Cerakoted tan, you're looking at $533. They also make this gun in a 17 HMR. And that's something that I'm interested in possibly getting too, because the suppressor that I got for this will also do 17 HMR and 5.7. So I will probably consider getting it, because here's the 17 HMR model right here for $589. So that's probably something I'll consider, especially for as well as this gun shoots. But yeah. Anyways, I appreciate you guys tuning in for my first video. Like I said, if you like me, you like this kind of content, obviously subscribe, hit me up in the comments. What do you guys want me to talk about? Is there any kind of guns you want me to talk about? I have a pretty sizable library, so there's a halfway decent chance I might have something if you want me to discuss something. Yeah, so let's end my first video there. I feel like it went well. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you.